Welcome in, everybody. See B&B, Tay-Tay, and Ivan in the chat already. Let's get this kicked off. So, good evening, race fans, and welcome back to WFO for Wicked Wednesday. We are in week 2 of season 16, and tonight we are back here again with the trucks in Kansas Speedway for the Jayhawk 265, proudly sponsored by Eighmey Construction. Last week, we saw Jerry Cochran get that win at Daytona, so we'll keep an eye on him and see how he does tonight. We have 130 laps. Last night, cars went caution-free. Can the trucks do the same? That is yet to be determined. So sit down, get ready, and enjoy the ride. You're watching WFO Racing. While we wait, why don't you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time we go live. I will see you guys back here in a few minutes.
Start your engines, light the flame. We don't back down, we play this game. Wheel to wheel, it's skill and pride. We're racing clean with fire inside. Every turn a test of guts, fast and fair, no ifs or buts. Respect runs deep in every lane. We fight for wins, not for fame. Precision rules the track right here. Built on sweat, built on gear. Pushing hard but never low. Side by side we let it go. WFO, why freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps. WFO, legends racing, friendships grow. Full send, all in, let it flow. This is WFO. It ain't just wins, it's how we stand. We lift each other hand in hand. From practice nights to final flags, we've got each other's backs. Hard racers, clean lines, sharpen steel through battle times. No ego, no shame, just honor in the name. WFO, wide freaking open, let it roll. Chasing greatness every show with the best you'll ever know. WFO, racing hard and keeping true. There's no other league like this crew. This is WFO. When the lights drop and the engines roar, this is where champions are made. WFO Racing League, wide freaking open. WFO, wide freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps.
And there we go. What's going on, Garrison? Got everybody in qualifying at the moment, so we will get back to the racing here in a little bit as they qualify. And once they are all qualified, we'll hit that starting grid presented by Grace and Jade Photography. It is going great now. The YouTube crashed today, apparently multiple times, and it crashed again here a little bit ago when I was trying to set things up and get started. So I was freaking out thinking something was wrong on my side, and come to find out YouTube's just been having issues all day today. So I'm hoping that we have everything situated now, and I'm hoping it lasts throughout the night. Been a while since you've been on here? Well, welcome back. Welcome back. So as we are saying, we got trucks presenting tonight. They are currently out there qualifying. We're at Kansas Motor Speedway. You want to go fast? Tay coming in, getting her vote already. Hop on board with Adam Matz. How's it going with you tonight, B&B? And Tay and Garrison. And Ivan. Now the question is, will I remember that at the end? I mean, I'm sure I will, but Tay, you make sure to remember to put that up there with 10 laps left. And tell me, don't forget. You're doing good. That is great to hear. Hop on board with Nick Hunt out there. I don't know if he's going out or coming in. It looks like he's coming in. So Adam Matz might be the last one out there timing then. So he is now done. We'll see where it places everybody, how everybody went through. Waiting for it to set up. There we go. All right. All right, as we mentioned, tonight's starting grid is presented by Grace and Jade Photography. Grace and Jade Photography, based in Virginia, capturing memories nationwide. Learn more at graceandjadephotography.com. Be sure to go check them out. All right, so let's get through this grid. There are 31 trucks registered tonight. It's Let's see if we can get through this. Last night, I did not get through these before they started. So we're going to try and go a little quicker tonight. So Andrew Wagner is going to be first in getting the pole in that 44. And then Keaton Tripp to his outside, getting second in that 26. Jerry Cochran, the winner last week in that 92, is going to start third tonight. Richard Holland to his outside will be starting in fourth. Nick Hunt in that 60, it will be fifth. Ricky Fagone will be starting sixth. Chuck Sweeting in the 75 will be starting in seventh, and LZ Daly will be starting in eighth in the number 6. Adam Matz in the number 9 will be starting ninth. Jacob Daniels will be to his outside starting 10th in that 72. Then we got Austin Wagner in the 4, starting 11th. Junior Harville in that 99 will be starting 12th. Michael McCauley in the 81 will be starting 13th tonight, with John T. Wimbish on his outside starting 14th. TJ Lee in the 34 will be 15th tonight, with Brandon Showers in the 23 starting 16th. Anthony Philpott will be starting 17th in that 37, with Randy Showers in the 21 starting 18th. Rylan Neese in the 48 is going to start 19th. Vern Bradley starting 20th tonight in that 14. Burt Wilson in the 70 will be starting 21st, with Garrett Helminger in 22nd in that 88 truck. Tommy Haynes in 17 will be starting 23rd, with Roy Hyde starting 24th. Ivan Jones in the 53 will be starting 25th. Matthew Powers in that 20 will be starting 26th. Steve Bryan in the 18 will be starting 27th, with Terry Kahn in that 33 starting 28th. Glenn Jameson in the 63 will be starting 29th, with Mike Mitchell in the 2 in 30th. And then in 31st, we've got the 4 of Greg Parmalee. And that is your grid. We have Green Flag Racing. They are off. So let's follow along. Hope you're all having a great evening tonight. Look forward to some great races. Like we said last night, they went 125 laps caution free. So we're looking to repeat that again tonight. We'll see what we can do. Well, not what we can do. We'll see what they can do. We're doing nothing. We're watching. What are you cooking, B&B? What are you cooking? And are you sharing with everybody? We got Jerry Cochran and Keaton Tripp up here battling for second right now. Like we said, Jerry was last week's winner. Nick Hunt currently running in 4th. Chuck Sweeting behind him, with Richard Holland right behind him. Moving back, we got Adam Matz, Ricky Fagone, Fagande. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Well, that didn't take very long. We're 4 laps in. Let's take a look, see what happened. Oh! Like Mr. McCulley and the 99 getting in with each other here. Let's pause that. Kick her down in some slow motion. Let's go to this view here, see what kind of happened. Looks like Mike came up and just kind of touched his side, and it spun him out. See Mike trying to stop. They're going front to front here. TJ getting caught in that. Hop in with a 99. Ooh, Vern getting right into him. That's not going to bode well for Vern. Oh, we see 23 going around up here. Got trucks everywhere. Like TJ got some damage in that, so let's rewind that and see where he got his damage from. See them spinning out in front of him. Catches the side of Jacob Daniels and TJ Lee. Throw them both kind of up into the wall. So there you go. First caution of the night. All three of them kind of going into the wall there at the same time. There's Brandon going sideways. Get up here to the end of the session. We see them guys coming back out. Getting lined up. Let's see if we can't maybe grab one of them quick. Gonna have to be real quick. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time. I don't have. I was looking to grab somebody, but it looks like they're coming around, and it's gonna be. You're gonna be coming out of the caution already, so. Get up here with the front. Base car is off. Green, green, green. See, I wouldn't have had enough time to get somebody up here. We are back battling. We got Andrew Wagner in front. Keaton Tripp is second. Richard Holland third. Austin Wagner is fourth. Some action going on back here. It sounded like there might have been some 3 wide action going on. Figured we'd jump back and take a little look-see, see if we see anything. Looks like it's kind of calmed down a little bit, so we'll go back up front here. So like we said, we got Andrew Wagner in the lead. We got Keaton Tripp in second. Richard Holland is right behind him with a .07 gap. Then you got Austin Wagner running fourth. In the fourth, Rylan Neese is going to be fifth. Nick Hunt is currently he's currently sixth. Jerry Cochran is now down to seventh. And we got LZ Daly is 8th. Adam Matz currently running 9th. And Terry Kahn will round out your top 10. Terry in that 33 on the outside there. That is your 10th car. But Anthony Philpott is going to the inside and looks like they're going to possibly challenge. Are they going to go 3 wide? No, they are not. It is too early. Too early to be going 3 wide. Different lines some of these guys are running. You see Terry staying to that upper line. And you got Brandon Showers behind him in 12th place. 13th is going to Chuck Sweeting right now. Ricky Fagone behind him in 14th. Randy Showers is in 15th. And you got John Wimbish in 16th behind him. And jump back here, you got Stephen Bryan in the 18, currently running in 17th. Burt Wilson behind him in that 70. He's got the pink truck tonight, pink Red Bull. You got Matthew Powers in the 20, gonna go to the inside of Burt Wilson. You got Tommy Haynes in that shiny orange, I think that's an orange, or is it red? Bush truck. Bush Light. You got Ivan back there in the green. The green 53 of Ivan Jones. I do have another camera. Let me see. Where did it go? It's not the greatest camera, but it gives you a nice view of the side of their cars so you can see their trucks. It's not jostling around, so it is holding on to them. You got Mike McCulley in the breast cancer awareness truck. You got Roy Hyde in that 00, that Honey Bunny truck. You see his car the same way, so see that design both nights. Roy Hyde had a good season last season, or 2 seasons ago. Last season was kind of rough. He got in a lot of incidents last year. Same with TJ Lee. TJ Lee was having good runs, but he just kept getting caught in incidents, and it was costing him spots. Then you got Glenn Jameson in the Voodoo Ranger 63. Garrett Helminger in that 88 TRO. Mike Mitchell in that Jegs number 2. TJ Lee back here in 27th and is keeping it real. Black and maroon color that we have come to know him for. Jacob Daniels has dropped back to 28th place. I'm sorry, 29th place. Or no, it's 28th is correct. Vern is in 29th. Getting caught up in that accident. You saw him back there. He's back out on the track. And Junior Harville is no longer on the track. He's currently, don't know if he's parked for the night or if he's getting repairs. But with that being said, let's kick back to the TV view. So you got 419 Motorsports guys running in 1, 2, and 4. There you see 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. Andrew Wagner, Keaton Tripp, Richard Holland, and Austin Wagner. Remind me at 10 laps left. Sorry. 10 laps left. It's still very early. We're at 20 laps in out of 130. So at 10 laps to go, make sure you vote again. Okay? And if there is a driver that you would like us to focus on, ride around with in a couple laps, we can do that also. Since Tate is in here voting for Ivan, we'll go back and hop with him. Got Vern catching up, moving his way around, trying to get some laps back. We can say Vern is currently down 7 laps, unfortunately, so he's got a hill to climb. Go ahead and hop in with Ivan. So he's getting a little loose there. Kind of letting off and easing into the corner. That was a nice smooth go. In solid green tonight. Last night he had the green and black speckle, or splatter paint, I guess you should call it. Now he's got the solid green. Tamed down a little bit from the green that he used to have. Calmed down. Looks a little bit, as some would say, maybe mo better. Take a look at the Tommy Haynes' car, though. That's a change for him. He's got that kind of reflective, shiny orange, red, whatever color you want to call that. I know normally he runs an orange, so I'm guessing that is an orange. Meanwhile, coming back up here, where's Vern at? Vern is in 29th, right there. Trying to get around people, get his laps back. The only problem with that will be he can do it for a little bit, but as he gets around and gets around all these guys, because he's probably got fresher tires because he went in. He was in the pits. I don't know if he changed his tires while he was in there getting repaired or not, but he was definitely in there. He has obviously newer lap tires than everybody else, but he is 7 laps down. So that is going to be, like I say, that is going to be a huge hill to climb. Now, if we get 7 cautions and he maintains not getting hit by anybody in those cautions, he could potentially get the lucky dog and be back on the lead lap. But that's why we say that is a big hill to climb. Well, he ended up hitting Junior, square on, so he had a lot of damage. Luckily, he's able to get back out here. Oh, we got Andrew spinning out up there. Let's focus on him and see what happened here. Dropping back to 4th. See him up there running. He's just kind of. Let's go rear. Oh, it looks like he just kind of tagged the wall. Back end come loose. Oh, he ran into the back of his teammate. Manages to hold on though. Comes back out. Only lost 2 spots. Oh, take that back. He lost 3 spots. So that's going to put Keaton in front. Richard Holland right behind him. Richard keeping right with him. Not letting him go. Richard getting 3rd place last night in the cars. He wasn't pleased with 3rd place, so it's going to be I imagine we will see him pushing hard to try and maintain and stay and get that top spot. Obviously, that is the desire of all of the guys out here racing tonight. Where is McCulley at? Mr. McCulley is running back here in 22nd spot. Running at 81. Pink breast cancer awareness card tonight. Trucks tonight. It's trucks tonight, Brazen. Get it right. Talking to him before the race, and he told me, he says, "You're not going to have to worry about talking to me in the booth tonight." I said, "You never know, Mr. McCulley. You never know. Things can happen. You could be up here. Everybody could wreck out. You could be the last one. You never know." And with that crossing of everybody, we are 35 laps in on 130. Tonight is hard for me. Why is tonight? What do you mean tonight's hard for me? We see Michael breaking loose there on that corner. Let's go ahead and ride inside. See how his steering is going. I'm interested in seeing that color on the arms of his, or on his gloves. Makes me wonder if he still has the Little Mermaid suit on his guy. Back during the practice races when I was taking part with these guys, Mr. McCulley was running the Little Mermaid car, and he had a Little Mermaid whole outfit on his driver. Going back up with Richard up here. Here's your 1 and 2 right now, riding along with Richard in second place, trying to get a hold of Keaton. Try not to let him get too far in front of him. See a lap traffic coming up there. May or may not be a problem. Kick back up the cameras. You can see that gap that is currently there between 1 and 2, and then you also kind of see the gap between 2 and 3. Jerry back here, running in 3rd place. and see just how big that gap is. Get back up here with Keaton. He's starting to catch that lap traffic like we were talking about. We got somebody coming off of pits there. That is 18 of Steve Bryan coming out of the pits. See them getting up to Jacob Daniels. Jacob Daniels caught in that earlier caution. Jacob gonna bounce off the wall. Keaton gonna bounce off the wall too, it looked like. So between Richard and Jerry, which is second and third, we've got a 1.6 second gap between those two. Then there's a half-second gap between Jerry and Austin. There is another 0.1 between Andrew and Austin. See them two right there. 4 and the 44. Come back here to LZ Daly and at number 6 with Adam Matz running right behind him. That is your 6th and 7th spots. Adam Matz going low, gonna try and get around. I don't know. I am not Nation's keeper. Elsie wanting to get around Jacob, but he's having to. Trying to decide which way is the best way to go. They were going to go 3 wide and decided that was not a good idea. So went around to the back, around to the inside. Going back here, you got Ricky Fagone and Nick Hunt for 8th and 9th. With Anthony Philpott in that Miller Genuine Draft Gold Can 37. He is your current 10th place holder. We have your 44 laps in. Sounds like there are a couple guys that are going to go start pitting in here this time around now. Don't know if they... Oh, yes. Most of them did stay out during that caution, so... Other than a handful of trucks, most of them stayed out during that pit, or during that incident, so they are starting to come in for pits, get tires, get some go-go juice. Next week, October 22nd, we will be in Las Vegas for the Win or Bust 250. 135 laps at Vegas Motor Speedway. So be sure to mark that on your calendars so you can come back next week and say hi again to everybody and come watch it and see who's going to win that race, because you never know. It could be Vern, it could be Mr. McCulley, could be Chuck Sweeting, it could be Burt Wilson, could be TJ Lee. You just never know. You never know. So we got green lap pits. It sounds like a lot of them are going to be coming into the pits. Richard trying to get slowed down. We got Ricky out here pushing the limits. Currently on lap 44 of his current run, so he did go in. He did go in prior, so he's got a couple more laps before he'll go in the pit. And it looks like for the guys coming back out, so right now you got 1 through 8 currently have not pitted this time around. As we shuffle through, it looks like it's going to be Andrew Wagner once we get 1 through 7 to go into the pits. So right now you got Ricky Fagone, Chuck Sweeting, John T. Wimmish, Mike Mitchell, Tommy Haynes, Mike McCulley, and TJ Lee. That is your top 7. Those guys have not pitted yet. Let's go up here and watch Ricky and see how long he's going to hold on. We were just talking about it. There's Andrew Wagner. He's currently 8th, so he just got back on the lead lap by getting around Ricky right there. See Ricky going into the pits. Chuck Sweeting is staying out. Last of the cars sound like they were. Last of the trucks will sound like they're starting to filter their way in. So that's going to put, once that happens, that is going to put that man right there, the 44 of Andrew Wagner, out in front. Definitely mixing up the vehicles as to who's got what for pits, for tires, for fuel. These different pit strategies. You got guys that are going to come out with 0, and you got other guys that are going to they're going to have about 16 laps on their. 16 on the tires by the time these guys come back out. So, pit strategies could be a factor again tonight. We did see Chuck go around 55 laps before he came in. Not quite halfway. So it's more than likely going to have to be another pit for them. Just trying to extend it to make their tires last longer at the end. I'm sure hoping to get some grip to be able to run around the guys with the older tires. So, of course, if a caution happens, all of that will go out the window. So now that we've got the trucks all kind of swapped around, we can kick out that top 10 list right there. You can see Andrew Wagner is currently leading with Austin Wagner in 2nd. Keaton Tripp is in 3rd with Richard Holland currently running 4th. Jerry Cochran is in 5th with Terry Kahn in 6th. Adam Matz back here Adam Matz is in 7th with Elsie Daly in 8th. Roy Hyde currently running in 9th with Rylan Neese right behind him, running 10th. Rylan also a 419 teammate. So out of the top 10, 4 of them are 419 guys. As we move on back in the list, we've got Nick Hunt currently running 11th. See him kicking down and around. I looked away for a second. I missed what happened there. We saw him kicking around and getting around Rylan. You got Ricky Fagone out here. He's catching up. We see Rylan bouncing off the wall. Not sure what's going on there. He's having a rough go with these new tires. Then we got Glenn Jamison. Currently back here, all alone, sitting here. And since Nation isn't here yet, he's sitting here all by himself. There. Now Nation can come in and he can say, what the fuck? So, anyways, moving on back, we got John Wimbish in at 56. He's currently running 13th. You got Burt Wilson. He's out here all by himself too, kinda. He does have a crew running behind him though. Burt Wilson running 14th. Ivan Jones. Ivan was running 15th, but you see Chuck getting around him on the bottom, and Brandon looks like he wants to get around him. Where is Nation? I don't know. He was here last night. He showed up last night with like 30 to 40 laps to go. So I would imagine if he were to show up, it would probably be around the same. Don't know that for sure, but that's just my hunch. So as we said it, we got Brandon Showers running behind Ivan Jones, and you got Tommy Haynes back here in 18th. 10, almost 11 seconds behind Brandon. That is the gap between 17 and 18. And Tommy is the last one on the lead lap. All the rest of these guys are a lap or more down. So moving on back, we got Mike Mitchell currently in 19th place. You got Mike McCauley back here. You see the leaders up here trying to battle through some of this traffic, trying to get in and get around. You got Matthew Powers is going to be in 21st place. Randy Showers in 22nd. TJ Lee back here in 23rd. Anthony Philpott in 24th. 25th is going to Jacob Daniels right now. Steve Bryan is in 26th. Terry Kahn, I believe, is in the pits. Vern Bradley out here in 28th. Junior Harville in 29th. Does look like Terry Kahn and Garrett Helmlinger are both out for the night. Aliens got it's very possible that Aliens got him again. You never truly know with Nation. We are officially halfway. Nick McCulley cutting down. Trying to race, but also trying to stay out of the way. Kind of. He's trying to get around and get his lap back. He's trying to get up and around the leader right now. Here you see him go to the inside and make an easy path around. See Mike kind of jostling around there. Not exactly sure what's going on. Not exactly sure what is all going on with him. But what we could do is we could run in and see, where's he at in my list? There he is on my list. Let's go ahead and hop in with him. See how his steering is going, see how he's driving, critique him. Got all kinds of fresh air in front of him now, so he should be able to hold it pretty steady and get up there, get around. Back here to the leaders. We have Richard Holland in the lead, Keep Tripp in second, Andrew Wagner in third, Jerry Cochran in fourth. If we got any battles going on here. Battle. Really, most of it is just these guys trying to get around lap traffic. Richard coming up behind Mike Mitchell. Keaton dropping down, staying low on this lap around. Gonna try and get around Richard. Richard's gonna keep that door closed. Stay in front. Back here we got Austin. Austin is in your 5th place spot right now. Ricky Fagone is running in 6th. Adam Matz is in 7th. See, they're all kind of getting spaced out now. There we go, Nick or LZ Daly getting around Jacob Daniels. And Nick Hunt back here. Running with Roy Hyde. Ivan getting around Brandon. Brandon kind of getting loose coming out of that corner. Let's kind of do the rear chase with him. And watch. So just tagging that wall with the back end there. Really tagging it that time. The wall has now officially been tested. Getting a little loose. Getting a little loose. Ivan's managed to get about a second in front of him. So that running loose is losing him spot. Losing him time. As you would come to expect. Richard Holland is managing to maintain his gap in front of Keaton, but he's stuck behind 2-lap traffic cars right now. See Mike Mitchell dropping down. Mike, there's a truck there. Mike Mitchell, Mike McCauley up there blocking traffic. Mike's gonna go wide and let Richard go through. Maybe. Richard trying to get around, but the door's been blocked in front of him. Now he's trying to hold his spot and keep Keaton away. Has managed to hold on to that spot, get back out in front of Keaton. Now that Mike McCulley has dropped back a little bit, maybe he can work his way around Mike Mitchell. Mitchell currently running 19th place. He is on the lead lap. He's the last truck on the lead lap. Got about 6 lap newer tires than Richard does. Richard's starting to squeeze the outside a little bit to Mike. Trying to make his way around, get around and get out of here. Good. 82 laps currently complete. A lot of battling going on, trying to get around that number 2. Does look like Richard is starting to make a little bit of headway. Obviously that'll change as they go through the corners. Keaton trying to use something to his advantage to keep up with Richard as they try and continue to work their way around the number 2 of Mike Mitchell. Keaton's going to drop all the way down and then come back up again. Stay behind Richard. Worked good for him last time, but it looked like he's got a little bit of a gap around him this time. So, and Richard is starting. You see him lead just a little bit. From what we watched of Richard tonight, he does not like staying up top. See Richard going down to the bottom, trying to get in that doorway. These guys are trying to figure out the best process on how to get around. Although now they're starting to be a little bit of a gap, so I'm wondering if they're starting to save up just a little bit, because you see Keaton backing off. Looks like Richard is trying. He's trying to get that doorway. We got 14 of Vern was the one coming back out of the pit area there, getting his stuff repaired. He is down currently 8 laps. But is in 27th place. So he has moved up a little bit. Oops, see Keaton tagging the wall, going around that way around. He's gonna drop down and try and challenge. Sounds like we're getting some guys that are getting ready to start pitting again here. Looks like we got the 60 of Nick Hunt and 63 of Glenn Jameson in the pits right now. Those guys are actually coming back out of the pits right now. I'm sorry, Glenn Jameson just came back out of the pits. 60 of Nick Hunt is in the pits right now. Adam Matz also went into the pits. See Keaton Tripp trying to keep up with Richard. He wants to get back around. He had a good run. They got all kind of caught up with the 2 of Mike Mitchell and the 81 of Mike McCulley. Then he kind of backed off a little bit, and Richard had a good lead on him, but Richard was stuck behind the mics. We'll call it behind the mics. They were behind the mics. Now here we are battling it out. 92 laps in out of 130 to go. Or not 130 to go. 130 laps that we are going tonight. We have 92 down. 38 to go. 37 to go. So there's your battle for number 1 and number 2. Keaton is going to get in front, but they've got traffic in front of them. This has been a problem for these two tonight. Keaton is able to get in front, but you see Richard pull right up to him. Not 100% sure what happened there, but we have all the guys going in. Uh-oh, we got a caution. We got a caution. For those that went in during green lap pits, that is going to hurt them. For those that stayed out, it is going to help them. Go back and take a look at that. See what happened. Take a little rewind. Let's see. You see, Brandon was getting ready to slow down to go into the pits. Keaton running in the back of him. That is going to take a couple more guys. See Ricky running into Brandon as they go through. Trying to see who that was. Couldn't tell what number that was. I know it's not him. I know it's not him either. That was Jerry that got in the back of him. Getting in the back of Keaton. See Ricky trying to miss it. Ends up catching the side of Brandon. Looks like everybody is repairable, so everybody should be able to be repaired and get back out there, but... Alright, so with all of that going on, for the end of the session here right now. Got guys trying to get their stuff situated. Like going into the pits. Get some fuel and some tires. As the trucks kind of sort themselves around and get their placings. We got Jacob Daniels, TJ Lee, Keaton, and Mike Mitchell all in the pits right now. They're gonna get pace car wheel drop down. We're gonna go back green. Green, green, green. Here we go. Richard Holland getting that jump. All right, so your top 10 as we stand right now, you got Richard Holland in first, John Wimbish second, Chuck Sweeting third, Burt Wilson fourth, Tommy Haynes is fifth, Jerry Cochran sixth, Andrew Wagner seventh, Austin Wagner is eighth, Roy Hyde ninth, and Ricky Fagone is going to round out your top 10. We have 28 laps to go. 2 cautions so far tonight. There you see the battle 1 through 8. Actually, there's a big split between the front group and the back group. There's a 3-second gap between Austin and Tommy. There's lap vehicles in between them. "25 laps to go, 25 laps to go." Richard has led 35 of them. Richard, John, and Chuck, 1, 2, and 3 right now. And we've talked about it before, but Chuck's since switching to that pink, purplish color. I'm not sure if the color is what is the problem, but ever since he switched from that green color, he hasn't been having as good a luck. Threw me off for the longest time looking at that car. Got John holding about a 0.13 gap behind Richard. Just kind of maintaining it, not losing much, not gaining much. Of course, as I say that, it goes to a 0.23. Tommy trying to work his way around. See him coming up, challenging Bert for fourth. Bert coming in with that pink. I'm assuming that is a breast cancer color awareness truck. Maybe. I don't know. I don't see any other logos on there. See them getting close to each other there. Hold on there, Tommy. There's a truck up there. Tommy officially getting around Bert, taking that fourth spot. Bert getting right behind him though and saying, hey, hey. Saying, hey, hey, and then just, oh, he is going to battle him again. See Ricky coming up. Oh no, that's not Ricky. That's that is LZ Daly coming up. Paint scheme tripped me up. Bert was challenging. You see him falling back a little bit. You see LZ trying to get around Bert now. LZ is a lap down. He is the first truck a lap down. Meanwhile, moving back up here, we see John T. Wimbish, who's in second place, and you see that gap that is now between him and Richard Holland. Richard Holland is running away tonight. It's going to come down to, does Tommy have enough to catch up to these two? And does Chuck have enough to get around John? We got 15 laps to go. I would imagine that this battle will get more intense the less laps we get. Imagine Chuck's going to try and keep up with him, but not try and burn his tires too much so he can push in the last couple laps. Getting around TJ. TJ staying up high, staying out of the way. It doesn't look like, looks like Tommy's kind of fading back. There's a second gap between him and Chuck. So there's a 1.3 second gap between Richard and John. That's between 1 and 2. There's a 0.2 gap between John and Chuck. That's 2 and 3. And you've got another second 1.1 between Tommy and Chuck. That's 3 and 4. So I don't know with only 12 laps left to go, if Tommy can catch up to them. So it looks like our battle is going to be right here for second spot. Because unless something super drastic happens with Richard, which could happen in lap traffic, but lap traffic is quite a ways away. So unless there's a caution in the next 10 laps, because we have 10 to go. Unless there's a caution in the next 10 laps, which could be possible, Richard is going to maintain first place. And your battle will be right here for second. So with that being said, now that we have 10 laps left, it is time for you, if you are a viewer out there, to vote for your driver of the day. Who do you think handled the race the best? Who do you think deserves that recognition? Can be anybody in here, doesn't have to be top 3. Somebody that maybe you saw battle back. Somebody that maintained. Got David coming in with a 0-0 of Roy Hyde. Go. Here's this battle. Here's the battle we were looking for. Oh, uh-oh. And that is going to change things drastically. See who that was involving. That was Vern. I would agree with that. That was on Vern, from my view. You do see for the 37 coming down a little. If you watch that black line, Vern cut down, inside tires on the black line. So I would say that was 37 came down into Vern. Looking at that again. That's why you replay it and you put it in slow-mo. So, go to the end of the session here. This view right here. They're gonna come around. You got Chuck on the inside, Richard on the outside. All right, so we've got Roy Hyde, we've got Tay voting for Ivan, and we've got John voting for John. Green, green, green. Chuck getting that jump. We have 4 laps to go. Richard going back down into that inside. We got 3 wide for second right there, or for third, I'm sorry. And we may have another caution. There it is, we got another caution. I don't know who it was, but I saw somebody got dumped. Oh, looks like he might have just broke free on his own. Or was it his teammate? Oh, you see him bobbling there. Yep. Oof. That was a hit at the end. See that right there? See him getting a little loose. His teammate going to the inside. Getting a little squeeze, broke loose again, and just losing it. You see Phil Bolt come through and fortunately trying to dodge and nailed him square. So, we'll change things up again. This view. Gonna switch people around again. So according to my standings, that's gonna put Richard Holland in first, John Wimbish second, Andrew Wagner will start third, Chuck Sweeting will be fourth, Tommy Hansel fifth, Adam Matz is going to start 6th, Jerry Cochran 7th, Burt Wilson 8th, Mike Mitchell 9th, and Roy Hyde will round out the top 10 after this restart, or on this restart. So we've got a vote for Roy Hyde, we've got a vote for we got a vote for Ivan Jones, and we got a vote for John Wimbish. All right, we are coming down the back stretch. We are going to have 3 to go, so it's going to go green, white, checker. And as they are lined up right now, you got Richard Holland, John Wimbish in row 1, Andrew Wagner, Chuck Sweeting in row 2. Tommy Haynes, Adam Matz, row 3. Jerry Cochran, Burt Wilson is row 4. Pace car will drop down. And we are going to go green. See Austin getting in there. I'm sorry, Andrew getting in there right behind. Right behind. My tongue tied is going to be, I don't know what's going on. Richard Holland is going to take that whole shot with Andrew Wagner right behind him. John Wimbish is trying to hold off Tommy Haynes. Andrew going to the outside. Tommy's going to drop down to the inside and walk through that open door. Richard's going to try and hold off both of them. As we now have 1 lap to go. Final lap going around. Coming around the back stretch, this is the last turns. We got Richard coming in first, John coming in second, and Tommy Haynes going to hold on to get third. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do his burnouts and stuff. Once he is done celebrating, we will go through and do our driver interviews. Alright, so we'll go like this, and we'll pause it, and we will bring them back. Dang it. Oh, damn. Alright, previous lap. 31. Alright. Now go previous lap. Now pause it. Go back frames. We can do this. Come on. We can do this, Brazen. We can do this. It's not exactly how I wanted to do it, but I keep screwing it up. So this is what we're going to do. All right. We're going to go TV1. No, we are going to go here. Because this is where we can see all 3 gentlemen. We're going to start off with that one right there. Figure out where I put my Discord. There it is. There's the Discord. All right. Let's get these guys in here. Look at there. Ready and waiting. Ready and waiting. Mr. Tommy Haynes, do you have a copy? You there, Tommy? Why is my voice not working now? Tommy. Oh, I have pushed. No, I don't. What is going on here? There we go. There we go. There's my voice. Tommy, do you have a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Neighbors crying. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But anyways, well, you had a hell of a battle. You started in 20th place tonight. Or no, you went up 20 places tonight to get third. Why don't you take us
a barn
through?
burner there.
Why don't you take us through those last like 20 laps? Because you were kind of all over the place there in those last 20 laps, I think.
Yeah, I was banking on about I don't know. I was going to try to at least get 15th tonight, and I just ran my laps out on my tank there, and lucky a caution come out there at the end, and everybody was pitting, so they got trapped a lap down, and here I am sitting fourth or fifth, and with 5 to go. So let's have at it.
Yeah, and those last two,
I just got lucky.
Those last two cautions helped get you kind of up and around there a little bit more too, because that shuffled around some people, and I think second caution, Keaton was up there running pretty hard, and unfortunately he got involved in that and sending him to the back. And
all them boys that got trapped a lap, they was, they had to go to the back, and then the caution come out and they all got the lap back or whatever. So it was a barn burner there. I was trying to push my teammate John there past Richard, but we didn't want to cause no big melee, so we just figured we'd get top 3 here and roll on next week.
Well, and you had a battle there with Andrew. Andrew looked like he was going to take it from Richard for second there, and then it looked like he was going to just maintain second, and you guys went down below and just kind of pushed around him. So
yeah, John went underneath him, so I just followed John, and Andrew kind of washed up a little bit, and then I think we stayed door to door, and then I got him off the corner there. We just got lucky tonight, but I'll take it. And it's hard to run up front in these races. There's so many good people in there, and you better take it when you can get it, because you never know, it might not happen again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's P3?
Yeah, everybody on our team, Nick, LZ, John, Lil Todd, Devin, everybody in our room there. Thank Bert for the new paint tonight. Bert got me a new paint scheme tonight. Looked good. And
did see that.
Thank y'all for everything. Yeah, thank y'all for everything y'all do, and everybody in the league and stuff. And look forward to next week.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on P3 tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Oh yeah, one more thing. If he's listening, shout out to my buddy Steve Brody. I know he watches on YouTube, so I'll give a shout out to Steve tonight if he was paying attention. Yeah.
If you don't hear anything from him, you know he didn't, and then you can go slap him up a little bit.
Oh,
right?
yeah, we'll go get him. We'll get him tomorrow. Yeah, man. Thank you, buddy. Right. Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
Tommy.
you.
Congratulations on P3 tonight.
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right, Mr. Wimbish, do you have a copy?
Yeah, Brazy, I got you, bud.
How's it going, sir?
Man, it's good. It's good. I can't complain. Anytime you can get up here in the top 3 in this league, you're doing good.
Absolutely. I mean, and you guys had a battle to get up there.
Yeah, we had some pretty good strategy. That I didn't think I was going to finish in the top 5, if it would have stayed green. So we needed the cautions. That helped us out.
It did, and it definitely changed things up in the last 5 laps. I mean, you started 14th, you went up 12 place to get second. The last caution helped you, and I mean, you were holding up there pretty good for those last probably 10 laps there with Richard, but Andrew got up there and in that last caution, and it looked like he was going to hold you guys off, and then he kind of got caught to the outside. You guys went down and around and got second and third, so between you and Tommy. So
yeah, I knew when the 44, I saw Andrew go up to the top side, and I was hoping that the inside line would prevail right there, and having a little help behind me with my teammate, that helped, I'm sure. So that worked out for us pretty good. But I was trying to hang with Richard, man. He's a hard guy to hang with, as you know.
Yeah.
So, but I wanted to race him clean too. There was no way that I could get to his bumper and hit him square to try to move him up a track. If I was going to hit him, it was going to be in the left rear corner, and that way I probably would have just wrecked him. And I don't want to win like that. So
Yeah.
I'm happy finishing second to him. We'll be all right.
Well, and you know, it was interesting because we were watching it, and before those last two cautions came out, Richard was just running away. He had, I think, almost a 2-second gap between first and, you know, between you and him, and then it was kind of a battle for second there between, I think it was you and Tommy, or no, it wasn't you and Tommy. Who was next to you? It was you and I don't remember who was next to you, but you were battling somebody for second, and
Yeah. I don't remember either. I was so locked in, man. I've never raced so hard in my life.
yeah,
So.
it was a hell of a battle watching you battle for second there, and it was quite a few laps, and the cautions came out, mixed everything up, and you know, it just managed to work out in your favor to get you to second place, and your teammate in third. So with that being said, is there anybody you'd like to thank for your second place
to have a shot at Richard anyway? So
yeah,
like you said, yeah, just everybody on my team, man. Tommy does a lot to help me out. We talk a lot in practice, and we share a lot of information. You know, some stuff we probably shouldn't share too much information, but we do. He's like my brother anyway, man. We live there in the same town, and you know, I love him like a brother, and so it's always nice we can have a good finish with each other here. Just thank everybody in the league. I think we did a good job last night. Did a pretty decent job tonight. You know, we got a little things that we can all work on, and congratulate Richard on his first win here this season. I'm sure he'll be getting plenty more.
yep, and hopefully we'll see you up here more too.
Yeah, I hope so, man. We're going to work on it a lot, and I enjoy this league a lot here at WFO, and you know we appreciate what Vern and Macaulay do. Appreciate what you do for the league and putting us out there, and we appreciate all our sponsors. And I know tonight is sponsored by Eighmey Contracting. We appreciate them being on board here to get the league out, and you know we can go back and watch this and learn things from it too. So it's not just go back and watch how great we did; it's learn from it and do better next time.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on P2 tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week in Vegas and maybe back up in here.
Yeah, that sounds good, Brazen. Thank you, bud.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right, now, where's he at? He's hiding on me here. He's hiding on me. My mouse is not working with me here. Mr. Richard Holland, do you have a copy?
I got you, man.
Well, third place last night, first place tonight. What do you got to say about that?
Yeah, it feels good to get the win. I felt like, you know, last night we got out strategized there. The Keaton and Andrew, you know, pitted a little bit early on that last run, and that was the winning move. You know, we couldn't get back to them, and I think they probably got on and off pit road a little bit better than I did too last night on that final stop. I would say went back and looked at the times. It looked like that, but yeah, it kind of felt like we had a really good run last night, you know, and a potential win, and just kind of slipped away there. Not that we're complaining about third place, but it was a great run. It was actually a lot of fun. The car, the way it drove was a lot of fun, and the race going green was a lot of fun there. But yeah, to come back and get this one, it felt like we were really fast again here tonight, and good on the long run, and to be able to capitalize and get the win feels good. I didn't know there for a while. There's a bunch of stuff happening at the end, cautions, and Chuck took 2 on that last stop, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going to happen here? But it worked out in our favor there. So yeah, another good run. We narrowly missed a couple of incidents there. We could have been caught up in something that was really bad, but we got lucky a couple times and was able to come out on top. So it was great.
Yeah, and you know, again tonight you were battling Keaton for quite a while there, and he was leading some, then you were leading some. It was kind of back and forth, and then he just kind of kind of broke loose and got caught up in an incident, and it kind of put him towards the back. And then you were battling with Andrew for a while, and you know, you had, I was actually talking about it. It was like, well, looking at it now, unless something changes in the next 10 laps, you were going to get first because you had like a 2-second lead in front of everybody else. And we were watching the battle for second. And then an incident happened and things changed up. And it was like, that's going to change up everything. And then you guys get out, you get restarted, and then another incident happens. It was like, okay, well, now it's going to really get interesting because now we've switched up more people. And now you got Andrew up there to battle with in first and second. And you know, you managed to hold him off, and he went to the outside, and that outside line just didn't work for him. He kind of fell back, ended up in fourth, but you know, you held that inside line. You drove, you know, pretty good all night. We hopped in with you for a while. We hopped in with a couple other guys and just kind of comparing the driving techniques and how the tires were wearing and how you're having to steer and stuff. And it was there was a lot of things happening, and you maintained front for quite a few laps, 60 laps total, it looks like tonight. So, I mean, great job on that. And congratulations on your win tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And you know, anytime that you're going to run up front in this league, you know, you're going to have to compete with Keaton and Andrew and those guys. You know, they're really fast. They're really good strategy, you know, everything. So yeah, I mean, anytime that you can beat them guys. I mean, I know they had issues, and Andrew and Keaton, I think, got together and kind of messed up Andrew's night, and then Keaton obviously got into the 23 there. Um, but either way, I mean, when you can race with them and compete and be able to come out on top, it's always a good night.
Yeah, and you know, it was another good night of racing, another good action-packed night. So, you know, again, congratulations on your first place. Who would you like to thank for your first place tonight?
I just want to thank Rick there, racing, you know, my teammate every week, and Hal for having us part of this team, and you guys for putting on the broadcast, and just the guys for running the league and putting this thing on, and all the drivers and the fans that watch and support us and root for us, and yeah, that's about it. We appreciate it.
Well, second weekend, you got third last night, first tonight. Next week is Vegas. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's a mile and a half, so we like Vegas. We should run well there, you know. Um, hopefully, hopefully we can kind of do what we did here this week, and at least run up front and at least compete. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Like I say, there are a lot of fast guys in here that haven't really shown it yet. They've probably had issues or whatever. You know, Chuck's fast. He's kind of been right there lingering. He hasn't shown his speed yet, and you know, he's a guy that can obviously win every single week, and no matter where we go. And you know, there's a lot of guys in here that can compete and run and that are fast, and we'll see what happens. But it's a mile and a half. We should run well, and we should compete. So hopefully that's what we do.
All right, sounds good. We look forward to next week, and hopefully we'll see you back up here.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Brazy.
Congratulations on P1 tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Move you back here. All right. Well, we had a tie for driver of the day, because we got one vote for Mr. Hyde. We got one vote for Mr. Jones, and we got one vote for Mr. Wimbish. So, with that, we can't really say that anybody got driver of the day because everybody tied. Plus, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone already. So, on that note, we'll say congratulations to drivers of the day: Roy Hyde, Ivan Jones, and John Wimbish. And on behalf of WFO Racing League, we want to wish you all a good night. Thank you for being here, being in here on the broadcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good night. I hope it was a great show for you. We look forward to seeing you next week in Vegas. And as always, I am your host, Sir Brazen Bull. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, and later on, everybody.